Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we're checking out the newest episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 5, part 5 of the series. It's crazy to think that next week's episode will be the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi, unless the rumors are to be believed that we may be getting a continuation of some sort of this series, which is supposed to be a limited series, or we're getting another series where Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, can appear. Regardless, we'll see what happens, but presumably right now, we have this episode, episode 5, and the next week, the finale, episode 6, and that's it. Traditionally, when I wake up to early as shit for these episodes, because it's 4:30 in the morning right now, I wake up early as crap, get in the shower, jump on, and start recording. I don't see any potential backlash or responses at all to these episodes that I react to for the Disney Plus shows, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever the case may be, until after I finish watching the episode. So last week's episode, episode 4, I didn't see all of the backlash until after I watched the episode, and I felt overall the episode was fine, solid at times. There was a lot of critiques thrown at episode 4 of it, and the more I thought back on it and hearing more people talk about it, I'm like, you know, a lot of them make good points about certain things, but for me, I was just letting it just go and just see what happens. And I guess I just wasn't really, I really wasn't paying too much attention to particular things that I guess stood out, and maybe I should have, and maybe that's on me. But I didn't feel like it was a complete dumpster fire like some people thought. But, you know, I don't know what to say. I overall had a fun time watching the episode. There were some things I'm like, okay, continuing on. But that's just me. That's just me being honest, you know. But then again, it's early as shit in the morning, so maybe I need to focus more intently on what's happening, because maybe maybe I was missing stuff. I'm not really sure, but you know, I was just being honest, and I was watching the episode, and you know, at the end of the day, it's Star Wars, and you know, maybe just people like, well, you know, just because it's Star Wars doesn't mean anything. Like, okay, I get it, but I grew up on this stuff. And to see that we have Ewan McGregor back is very, very, like, just amazing. So, you know, I'm going to take what they can give me, and, you know, maybe later on I'll go back and go, you know what, I should have critiqued this more. You know, who knows. But anyways, let's get into now, guys. Check out episode 5 and see what they do with this episode. And, yeah, we have 2 more episodes, like I said, and then we're presumably done. And, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here, but, Leia was saved once again by Obi-Wan. I'm sorry, Ewan. Let's try that again. Obi-Wan Kenobi. It is early, like I said. It's 4:30 in the morning. I need to just go on and just get into this episode because I'm just fumbling my words. So let's get into that, guys. Episode 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Blah. Can't even talk. Let's go. Oh!
Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you weren't coming.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Good.
Oh my god.
Maybe I stand more of a chance.
Come on.
It is my great honor to be invited aboard, Lord Vader.
Neil.
Grand Inquisitor.
Oh. Okay.
Haja?
Oh, he's there.
What are you doing here?
Hello.
I had nowhere else to go.
If we seal them in now, they can hold out for days. If
He doesn't
we
care.
break them,
He doesn't care. I wonder who's all, like, been through there. I hate the fact that Leia doesn't even realize that her robot is the tracker and it's missing right now.
He hasn't the patience for siege.
He doesn't have any patience. Oh shit!
A Jedi's goal is to defend life, not take it.
mercy doesn't defeat an enemy, Master.
I'm loving that. And then it cuts back to Vader, like he's remembering this. It's his memories. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to get out of this. I don't know. Stand in formation. Oh boy. Fire!
I'm a little too big to be crawling around in the bins. Would you like to try?
She can.
I need a ladder.
I'm gonna need a ladder.
Now playtime, right? Be careful.
Of course she will be. I love how she just chooses, like, okay, I'm gonna do this now.
Keep your eye on them.
She's gonna find her little robot, her little buddy in there, and it's the reason why all this shit's going down.
I know we said no communication, but your silence.
I mean, trust me, you should be worried.
14 people died, 6 of them were children. And I couldn't do anything to help them.
That's what happens when the Empire takes over.
I'll buy as much time as I can.
Okay. But you're not going to go out there, are you?
You knew who Vader was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How did you know that? Unless you were there.
She was.
Doesn't matter where I was.
She was there. She was there.
You were a youngling.
Mm-hmm. Youngling.
That's how you knew.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
They were the only family I knew.
And he took it all away.
And he
Slaughtered, yeah.
Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you save us?
He tried. He didn't know when that went down, but he... Ooh! Force push. There you go. Ooh. Oh.
Are you listening to me? I feel like you're not listening.
Gotta go.
You stop talking?
Let's say, like, they're just went around a corner, so they're gonna keep following. Oops. Get out of here. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. This is it. Unfortunately. Oh shit. Dude, no, what are you doing? You should have threw it, because there were more towards the back there. Back to it. Okay. I love that we're cutting back to this.
There's no way out, Master. Admit you are beaten.
I mean, he's maybe he's thinking back on it there now.
The Godfather, Leia.
Is he?
You want to tell me
Oh my god.
you're gonna fight without a weapon?
How can she not see her little robot? And she hasn't even asked where this thing has been.
We could end this.
I don't think she's gonna agree with that, but okay. I'm guessing he loses, not Obi-Wan, but Anakin loses this. I just love that we're saying this. Oh.
There.
Oh damn.
Your weapon's gone.
Where is he?
Behind the doors.
secured inside, my lord.
Exactly. Oh crap. Oh. He's not in there. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, the door's now open. Get on the ship. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Oh. Oh. Oh shit. Dude. Holy shit. Okay. He is full on. Oh, it was a trick. Took his weapon away from him, so now you lose by your... Oh my god. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work, was it? Yeah, yelling's not gonna do anything. He's not even using a saber. He's like, He's just using the Force. He doesn't have to use his lightsaber. That doesn't scare him. Look at that. It's like nothing. Took the saber just like Obi-Wan took his. Ooh. That's a power move. Using one of her sabers against her. Ooh. Took it back. Took yours. Is Reva about to die right now? Are we about to do this? Oh, flashbacks. Really? Really? I mean, it makes sense. My god.
You are of no further use.
Of course he's not dead, because in the timeline it doesn't make sense.
Sister.
Hello. So she's not dead. I really thought that they were going to kill her off. Vader had every opportunity to keep her saber or take it away from her, and they didn't. Uh-oh. Tatooine. Oh, shit. She watched back that video from Bill Organa. Holy crap. This freaking episode, it delivered. It delivered. Holy crap. I think we need to start, because a lot of things we need to talk about. I think we need to start with that opening sequence that we kept cutting back to. The duel, the training lesson, if you will, of Anakin and Obi-Wan. And I think this was Attack of the Clones era. I'm pretty sure, based off the hairstyles and everything. Attack of the Clones era. And they had a training lesson. And we're seeing Anakin being aggressive. And I think the whole sequence that goes down, I think it's from Vader's perspective in terms of him remembering specifically this training lesson. I think at one point maybe Obi-Wan, because it cuts to Obi-Wan at one point, so I'm thinking maybe he's remembering on this as well, but maybe not. I think it might be just Vader, because with Obi-Wan being confirmed alive and it's been this long and everything, of course he fought him for the first time after so long, you know, of course after Revenge of the Sith so long, and so he's probably been having these kind of memories. But to keep cutting back and forth throughout the episode to this training lesson, this duel, if you will, I think it was pretty interesting, because they could have just showed it as one long sequence, just back to back to back, just have the whole thing play out, but instead they have it in little bits and pieces. And you see where Anakin was being too aggressive, and he was really only thinking linear in terms of how he was going to win the fight. Because once he knocks the saber out of Obi-Wan's hand and goes, oh, you have no weapon, so basically saying, I win. And Obi-Wan's like, this is not over. And then he takes the saber away from Anakin. Like, he knocks him in the back and force pulls it away. And he grabs it. And basically teaches him a lesson, which ultimately Anakin doesn't learn. But the fact is that he was trying his hardest. Unfortunately, Anakin, he started having these thoughts in the way he was approaching trying to be a Jedi, but at this case, of course, Padawan still. It just, Obi-Wan tried. He tried, and I really enjoyed this scene. I really did. It really stood out. I was thinking, you know, all these different rumors of Clone War era stuff, we're probably not going to get it, and we got a flashback. We got one. I'm like, I don't know, because it was heavily rumored, and people are theorizing Episode 4 after the big fight where Obi-Wan Kenobi was badly injured. We're going to have flashbacks, thinking back on Anakin and stuff. We didn't see that, but now we saw something, and it was really cool to see, because it was a great duel, a great sequence, and it was a great training lesson. Unfortunately, Anakin doesn't, you know, uphold of that. So I'm gonna jump kind of all over the place. So with all of that, that was great. What I also think was probably a highlight, in my personal opinion, was Vader versus Reva. Okay, I gotta say, I really enjoyed that sequence, because leading up to it, we learned something that's really important that I'll get to in a minute. But I'll talk about the fight specifically, then we'll get to the reason why this actually occurred. So we saw how Anakin, before he, you know, leveled up past Padawan, leveled up. You get my point. It's early in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. But we saw how he fought against Obi-Wan during that duel. Vader, for a good portion of the fight against Reva, wasn't even using a lightsaber against her. And when he did, he didn't even use his own. He used one of hers. He didn't break it, but he detached the dual-bladed lightsaber and threw one to her. But for that first sequence, that first bit of it, he literally was just using the Force to block and then to, like, hit up her saber and then Force push her back. Like, he was basically taunting her, showing how great he is, like how smart of a fighter. Versus her, she just literally was like, I'm gonna swing a saber at the back of him when she thinks he's distracted. No. And then when he's finally done, I guess, playing around, because it's literally, he's not even trying, and she's throwing all of her anger and everything. And of course, I think it kind of mirrors how Anakin was approaching that duel, that training lesson against Obi-Wan in the flashbacks. Is Anakin was like really putting a lot of emotion into it and wasn't thinking. Like, he was stylistically and, you know, at some points getting the upper hand on Obi-Wan, but ultimately he still lost. So Reva was kind of doing the same thing. She was just letting all of her emotion out, because we learned something that was theorized heavily, and it turns out it is correct. But then we'll get to that in a second. So Vader breaks, I keep saying break, but he detaches the dual-bladed lightsaber, double-bladed, throws the one, and they fight it out. And he stabs her. Then the Grand Inquisitor, who we know is not dead, because in the timeline of Rebels, he's alive, he shows up. There is no dialogue to explain how long Vader has known that the Grand Inquisitor has been alive, or what she did to the Grand Inquisitor. But regardless, he shows up, and instead of taking her lightsabers away like they should have, they leave them, and then she finds, of course, I forget what they call it. I remember what they used, what I called it, 'cause I actually had a prop for it for my Star Wars fan films. But the little message thing, I forget what they called it. Anyways, she finds it, and she finds Bail Organa's message that referenced the fact that I haven't heard from you a while, Obi-Wan, and know you set out to communicate, but I might have to go to Tatooine to look after Luke, you know, if I don't hear back from him, like, because he's assuming the worst. He doesn't know what's going on. Of course, Bail Organa has no idea what's going on. His daughter, Leia, is going through a lot of shit right now. But, so yeah, they just leave Reva to just kind of, I really thought they were killing Reva off. And no, she's not dead. She's just really badly injured, but she still has her lightsabers. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens there, but it's pretty clear that she's not going back to the Inquisitors. It's over for her, you know. They brought her in, and then they're leaving her out, as he said, in the dumps or whatever. So there was that. So with the whole Reva thing, Obi-Wan was trying to buy some time and talk to her through that big steel door. And he was like, and see, this was brought up early on because in episode 2, of course, Reva reveals that Anakin's alive to Obi-Wan. And he's like, and then of course we get our first shot of Vader in the back of the tank. But the question was, how did she know that? And then the theories started going out, and one of the biggest theories, and I think it was the biggest theory in regards to how she knew Anakin's name, that was how Anakin's Vader, it's because she witnessed it. But I didn't realize that they were going to confirm that she literally was standing right in front of him as he was basically Vader at that point, without, of course, the suit, but he was running through the Jedi Council, like the halls of the Jedi Council and shit, and freaking just mowing down kids. She witnessed it. And then it mirrored back when she was on her knees in front of him as he's walking up as Vader. It was mirroring it back exactly what Anakin was doing when she was a kid. So it is confirmed she was a youngling in training to become a Padawan, and she saw what Vader did. And that's why because she's like, oh, boy, why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you do anything? Like, well, at the time when this was going down, he had no idea. And I think if I remember from the timeline correctly, he was shot down, and he presumed, luckily got, survived it, but he had no idea what Anakin was doing. He had no clue. He unfortunately wasn't around at the time, and they had to make that make sense because in order, because Obi-Wan realistically could have stopped Anakin, I think, if he was around at that moment when he storms in Coruscant to the Jedi Council and everything and taking out younglings. I think Obi-Wan could have stopped him, maybe, but George had to make it to where Obi-Wan wasn't there to stop him because ultimately the Jedi fall. So it just wasn't going to work, of course, in the timeline and the stories. It just wouldn't make sense to Obi-Wan to stop him at that point, right? So, yeah. So, but then Obi-Wan used Reva to try to turn her, and obviously I think she was against him anyways. But then she had all those flashbacks of what she considered, because she's like, that was the only family that I had, and then he took it all away. And she blames, and she works for Vader, Anakin, but I think she didn't want to, but she blames Obi-Wan because Obi-Wan didn't stop him from becoming the monster that he is now. I don't know. I gotta say, though, I really liked, because I think they're using some sort of voice thing. I don't know if it's James Earl Jones actually voicing Vader again. I think they're using some sort of voice thing to get the lines. I'm not really sure how they're doing it. If it is James Earl Jones or if it's a mixture of James Earl Jones and they're doing some sort of processor thing in post to make him sound younger, like back around the era of A New Hope and everything. But regardless, I'm loving Vader in this. I really am. It's making me wanting to see just more Vader. So we had the whole sequence with stormtroopers along with Reva breaking in and the Resistance fighting back against them. A lot of people using weapons. It seems like some of them didn't know how to use them, but they were just trying their best. Tala and the robot, I forget the robot's name, but Tala and the robot died, and she sacrificed herself, even though she was going to die at that point probably. But she used an explosion, a grenade if you will, to take out as many as possible. I don't know why she didn't throw it. I guess she could have threw it. Or maybe if she had more than one, maybe that would have helped. But while this is going on, Leia just decided. And I love this about the actor, because I just love the actor in general who plays young Leia. She's fantastic. But I love the fact that Leia, after hearing, because the door's just shut and they need to get out. They need to fly straight up. And the fact that the door's shut and it's like, well, check out the vents. And he's like, I'm not big enough to crawl up in the vents. And she's like, give me a ladder. Like, without even asking if she can, she's like, just give me a ladder. I love the fact that she just is just Leia. Like, it doesn't feel like this is a different character. This feels like literally this is what Leia would have done when she was little. And the thing is too, Leia's been through a lot in this show so far, and we still have the finale to go, but she's been through a lot so far. I think this is really like giving her those life lessons, because I think before this she's never been off world of Alderaan, so now she's had all this experience and stuff. You know, it's been interesting. It really has been for her, and I just love her, and I just love her, the character, like how she's portraying Leia, and I love the actress. She's just great, because a lot of kid actors, as we know, kid actors traditionally not that great in terms of like they're annoying at times. I really am liking how she's portraying young Leia. It's just working. It's so good. At the end there, we had young Luke sleeping, and then it cuts like, okay, so we're gonna see some more young Luke, because we only saw him in the first episode a little bit from the distance. We didn't actually get to go in close to see what's happening in the farm or whatever. No, but maybe what's gonna happen here. I don't know, but she now knows about something on Tatooine, so I don't know. I overall just enjoyed the episode. I like the fact that there was the fake out. I can't forget this. The fake out, as I was just mentioning there, the fake out of the ship, because Vader was pissed. Before the Reva fight, he shows up, the ship's flying out, and it was a trick. He pulls that giant ship. It wasn't like a gigantic ship, but it was a big ship, back down and just ripping shit out of that stuff. Just ripping like the siding out of that ship. It was empty, and then another ship flew off. I don't remember seeing that ship there next to that one, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Maybe it was there, but he got distracted and the other ship left. They don't have warp drive, so apparently they're not gonna get very far. I don't know. Yeah, this is good stuff. I really don't know what else to say, because I really feel that this episode delivered on a lot of different things in terms of the flashback stuff, Anakin versus Obi-Wan. We had Vader versus Reva. We had the reveal of what Reva actually witnessed and how she knows Anakin's Vader. And and Obi-Wan was sensing something regarding, I think, Luke. I think that was kind of what they were hinting at. Anything else I really need to mention that I feel like it needs to be addressed? Not that I can think of. But I just really had a great time watching this episode. This really was a huge turnaround from the last week's episode, for sure. Holy crap, a lot of great things. So what do you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, please let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.